Good morning 5C, this is Mr. Wong. Today is the 21st of April, Tuesday. Okay, today we'll be going through the homework for yesterday, plus we're going to learn about symbols in an electric circuit, and then you will learn how to draw electric circuit using symbols, and not just a block for battery and a bulb for the bulb itself. We're going to use electrical symbols used in science. Okay, so let's go through the homework for yesterday first. I really need you to try. Don't just click on it, really try to answer the questions, because without you trying, I will not know whether you are learning or you are not learning. Okay, so I really need you to try. Okay, so let's start off with the first topical worksheet, electric circuit unit 4, worksheet 1 that looks like this. So yesterday homework was to do question 1 to question 9, which is page 1 to page 3, which is not difficult, quite simple. Alright, so let's start. Electricity is a form of what is electricity? So electricity is not a form of light. Light is light, electricity is electricity. Electricity is not matter, because electricity do not have mass. Electricity do not occupy space. Electricity is not matter. Electricity is an energy, what we call electrical energy. So answer is 3. So it's not a matter because it doesn't have mass, doesn't occupy space. Light is light, electricity is electricity. So electricity is a form of energy, what we call electrical energy. Okay. The natural form of electricity, where we can find naturally, we can find electricity naturally in lightning. Okay, every time there's thunder, the lightning strike, you have electricity there, but we can't use electricity there because it's so sudden and so quick, and we don't know when it's going to strike. Okay, so power station and batteries are man-made. Okay, so power stations, batteries and sunlight are examples of what source? It's not magnetic source. Magnetic source is magnets. It's electrical source because they give us electricity. Energy source. Power station. Okay. Alright. I made a mistake here. Okay. So seems like yes, electrical source. Battery is electrical source. Power station is electrical source, but sunlight is not electrical source. So 2 is out. I nearly got tricked. So be careful. So yes, battery is electrical source. Power station is electrical source. Sunlight is not electrical source. So electrical is out. Battery is energy source. Power station give us electricity, with energy. Sunlight gives us solar energy, which is correct. So answer is 3. Okay, just to be sure, it's not electrical because these 2 yes, but sunlight no. Okay. Okay. Question 4: which of the following components are needed for a basic electric circuit to work? Which one I must have for an electric circuit to work? So switch, I don't really need it. Okay, if I can just connect everything properly, if I don't need to control the on and off of the circuit, whether is it closed or open, I just connect everything in a closed path, in a closed loop. I actually don't need a switch. Switch is just for the ease of opening the circuit and closing the circuit. Alright, so yes, I need a wire to connect everything. I need a bulb, I need a battery. Then you ask, teacher, why can't I connect the battery from end to end? You will run the risk of short circuit. The battery will be very hot, may explode. Okay, so you need a wire at least, you need a bulb at least, you need a battery at least. So B, C, and D. Answer is 3. Okay, so if I'm going too fast for you, you can simply pause the video and rewind back. Okay, don't worry that I'm going too fast. You can always pause, because this is the beauty of home-based learning. Okay, next page. Okay, electricity reaches our school, our workplace, and homes through thick cables. Okay, we don't have a power plant in school. But electricity actually comes to our school through the thick cables, through the thick wires, which we call cables, electrical cables. Okay, sometimes it's high above the ground, like in other countries. For us, Singapore is always underground. So it is 1, cables. Okay, electrical cables. An electric current will flow. Okay, an electric current will flow if all parts of the circuit are properly connected. That's what we know. A circuit through which electric current can flow is this one is definitely okay, when electric current can flow, it must be a closed circuit. Okay, if it's a closed circuit, means the electric current can flow around the circuit, so this must be a closed circuit, while a circuit through which the electric current cannot flow over here, cannot flow. That's what we call an open circuit. So there are only two types of circuit in a sense lah. Okay, closed and open circuit. So when the electric current can flow, it's a closed circuit. When electric current cannot flow, it is a open circuit. So with this idea done, I know it's closed, I know it's closed, and the other one I know is open. So answer is 3. Okay. 3 students shared in class the function of a switch. So I'm looking at a function of a switch. What is a switch for? Let's see which one is correct and wrong. Switch provide energy? No. Switch doesn't provide energy. Switch just controls whether the circuit is on or off to control the flow of the electric current. Makes the light up brighter? No. Doesn't control the brightness of the bulb. The switch controls the flow of electric current, correct, whether it can flow or cannot flow, because the switch can either open or close the circuit. So answer is CT, answer is 3. And the last part, which of the following is about X is correct? So let's talk about X. What is X? X is your filament. It's the part where when electric current flow through, it will heat up and it will glow to give off light and heat energy. Okay, so this is the filament. So with that, when you know that it's definitely 2 or 3. And what material it is, we have not covered this yet. I don't think you need to know, but copper is the wire inside your electric cables. Imagine if we pass through, if we have the same material in the filament as well as in the electric wires. When electric pass through, you will glow and it will be very hot, and then you will see all electric cables producing light, giving off light. So it is not copper, it is actually tungsten. Tungsten is a special metal where when electricity passes through, it will actually glow, it will become very hot, and then it will give off light. So tungsten is a very special material. You don't need to know this per se, but to just know that there are different metals that behave very differently when electric currents pass through them. For copper, it allows electric current to pass through them easily, but for tungsten, it doesn't really it allows electricity to pass through still, but it is more difficult for electricity to pass through tungsten wire, because it will start to glow, it will be very hot, and then it will start to produce light and heat. Okay, so the bulb, you see this part, the wire is a bit different because it's made of tungsten, while the other cables or the other wires, they're made of copper. Okay, let's go to the last part. Okay, what you need to do over here is quite fun. I feel that this is very fun. You need to circle the items that uses battery, and then on the other hand, you cross out the items that uses electricity for the power plant. That means which one you can use battery and it works, which one you must plug into the power socket, then it works. So let's circle the items that uses battery first. So circle the items that uses battery. Watch uses battery, calculator uses battery, remote control uses battery. This radio actually uses battery, especially at the back. If you see, there's batteries there, and that is all. That uses battery. The rest you need to plug into the power plug. Okay, so now we cross out things that uses electricity from the power station, which those that you need to plug into the power plug. So yep, you need to plug this in. You can use battery. Don't need to plug this in. You need to plug this in. This one cannot use battery. This one, you calculator, you don't need to plug into the wall socket. Kettle you need to. Remote control don't need to. Okay, radio is a bit different. Sometimes if you go to the beach, you can put in batteries inside, but at home sometimes you will plug it into the wall. So like the radio in our classroom, we plug it to the wall socket, the power cable, power socket. So radio is the one that is either you can use it with batteries or plug it to the wall socket to get the power from the power plant. Okay, so vacuum machine, definitely we need to plug it to the power plug. And then refrigerator, definitely we need to plug in the power plug. Okay, so today this is the homework that we should have done yesterday. So this is the answer. So what happens that today we will learn about electrical symbols and how to draw electric circuit using the symbols, and then today we'll practice it as well. Okay, see you later.